Hello everyone and welcome! I think it's about time we look into the most requested champions I got on my list. Today I want to present you the story of the greatest hunters of Valorant. Our story begins many years ago during the ancient times in Freljord. Here a young primitive Yordle called Gnar lived happily with his family. That was until an unknown one-eyed monster attacked the family and killed his parents. It is confirmed that this monster was not Vel'Koz, and because during these times the Frozen Watchers ruled over these lands, it is safe to say that it might have been one of the Watchers. The young Yordle wanted to protect his siblings, but rage took over his body and transformed him into something more. The rest of the story is shrouded in mystery, but what we know is that in the end our young Yordle got frozen in ice. This magic kept Gnar alive for centuries until the fall of the Frozen Watchers. The frost magic became weaker and weaker until Gnar was finally able to break free. Meanwhile, in the jungles south of the Great Barrier, a human hunter adopted an orphan known as Rengar. This hunter taught Rengar everything he knew, and Rengar improved it with his feral instincts. Soon, Rengar decided to test his own skills. He wandered into the jungle and he claimed a wide territory for himself. He used the skulls of his slain prey as a warning to anyone foolish enough to pass through his lands. But Rengar quickly realized that no beast in his domain was able to challenge him. Without challenge he couldn't push his limits, and without pushing his limits he couldn't improve. Rengar feared that he would never feel the thrill of the hunt again. Fortunately for him, a new challenger appeared. A void creature with unusual ability to consume its prey and absorb its powers crossed over into this world. This creature was no other than Kha'Zix. At the beginning, Kha'Zix was very small and fragile. He started to consume small animals and insects and he began to grow slowly. But growing slowly was not his way. He decided to risk his own life in order to speed up the process. He started challenging the most dangerous beasts he could find. With each kill, he changed, becoming stronger and faster predator. Soon, blinded by his own killing spree, Kha'Zix believed that he was unstoppable. One day, while feasting on a fresh kill, the predator became the prey. Rengar pounced from cover, tackling Kha'Zix to the ground. He roared in Kha'Zix's face, slashing and clawing furiously. Kha'Zix felt his own blood spill for the first time. Screeching in fury, Kha'Zix slashed at Rengar's eye, driving him back. After a brief moment, a glorious battle started. They fought from sunset to sunrise until both were near death. No one could predict how this fight would end up, and so they both decided to flee. Kha'Zix's ability to regenerate closed his wounds very quickly. On the other hand, over the next few days, Rengar was wrecked with pain, but beneath it, he was happy. Finally, a worthy prey appeared, and the hunt was on. After few days, Rengar was fully healed. He wanted to test his skills before challenging Kha'Zix again, and so he wandered into the jungle. He was certain that Kha'Zix was the only one that could challenge him, but he was wrong. He found weird tracks of a beast destroying everything in its path. Rengar was confused because even though he was able to track down the end of the trail, the beast was not there. He followed the sound of a nearby stream of water. There he found a Yordle. Not only that, but the Yordle was also a hunter. Rengar believed that finding a Yordle while on a hunt is a good omen. He knew that he was about to find the beast. Even though Rengar was hiding, the Yordle noticed him. It picked up its bone boomerang and it ran towards Rengar. It babbled something, but Rengar didn't understand. He nodded in appreciation and he ventured onwards. After a while, Rengar tried to pick up the scent of his prey, but the Yordle followed him, interrupting his hunt again. Rengar turned and pointed in the distance, but the Yordle didn't understand. Rengar roared at the Yordle, "Come on!" But the Yordle smiled back. Out of frustration, Rengar picked up the Yordle's boomerang and threw it high into the branches of a nearby tree. Then he turned away and continued his hunt. But after few steps, he heard a mighty roar behind him as the tree with the boomerang crashed across his path. That's how Rengar found his prey. And again, this is where our story ends. The story of Kha'Zix and Rengar was highly requested, so I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like the video if you did, subscribe and follow me on social media if you want, and as always, thank you, come again. So, before I end the video, I really want to ask you something. A lot of you asked me if I have a Patreon, and a simple answer is no, I don't. And with that, I want to ask you, if by any chance I set up my Patreon, what kind of rewards would you like to see from me? Again, thank you for all your support, and I'm out.